On this mission, we will learn how to make a quick cold start with the Saab Sk60B version 2 of the user module developed by BAAS for DCS. On a follow-up training mission, you can also learn a more realistic way to cold start. The Sk60 is a Swedish twin-turbofan training and light attack aircraft, developed in the 1960s by Saab, first as a private venture and later under a production order from Sweden's Air Force. It was produced between 1963 and 1972, 192 being built. The Saab 105 is a Swedish twin-turbofan training and light attack aircraft, developed in the 1960s by Saab, first as a private venture and later under a production order from Sweden's Air Force, Flygvapnet, which designated it Sk60. It was produced between 1963 and 1972, 192 being built, 2 prototypes, 150 for the Flygvapnet and 40 exported to Austria with the designation Saab 105-0. In June 2024 the remaining Sk60 aircraft were retired from service with Sweden's Air Force, while Austria had retired theirs in December 2020. Press spacebar to begin. If the cockpit interior is too dark, activate the flashlight with left Alt+L. You can adjust the sound volume produced by the background air traffic by moving the in-cockpit sound slider on the DCS options audio screen, which you can access by pressing the escape key. This instructor's volume level can be adjusted with the helmet sound slider. Also, you can press spacebar to skip long voiceovers. Let's begin with the before engine start procedure steps. Master switch set to on till. This connects the aircraft's battery to its electric buses. You should hear the sound of the avionics and its cooling fans starting. Also, the DC-powered digital instruments are now operational. Converter 1 set to on till. This connects the main DC-AC inverter to provide electric power to the AC-powered equipment, like the VHF-UHF radios. As we are still with the engines off, operating on battery power alone, leave the backup inverter, OMF2, off for now. We will enable it later, after the engine's generators are operating. Press spacebar to continue. Instruments lights, adjust as desired. Flood lights, adjust as desired. Press spacebar to continue. Now that we have electric power, we will advance on to starting the engines. Anti-collision light switch, set to on, to alert the ground crew that the aircraft is about to start. These lights comprise a rotating red beacon on the fuselage underside and a flashing white strobe on the tail. Its switch has 3 positions, the center being off, Fran, up is bright, hell, while down is dim, have. Press spacebar once set. Canopy, close by pulling its lever. Once closed, check it is sealed, the canopy warning light should go off. Press spacebar to continue. We will now proceed to start the left engine. Left fuel pump, set to on. The left fuel pump off warning light should go out. Left engine motor starter switch, set to on, the engine starter will begin to rotate the left engine. Monitor the left engine RPM readings. Once the N2 RPM reaches 12%, click on the left power lever to advance it into idle. Left engine's N2 RPM, check that it stabilizes between 47.7 and 51%. Press spacebar to continue. The left engine is now fully running. Next we will proceed to start the right engine. Right engine motor starter switch, set to on, till the engine starter will begin to rotate the right engine. Monitor the right engine RPM readings. Once the N2 RPM reaches 12%, click on the right power lever to advance it into idle. Right engine's N2 RPM, check that it stabilizes between 47.7 and 51%. Press spacebar to continue. At this point, both engines have started and the aircraft has full electric power. Let's continue the start procedure. Backup inverter, OMF2, set to auto. Nav power switch, set to on, till, to enable electric power for the Sk60 radio navigation system fitted to our aircraft. Configure the navigation units as required. The Sk60 radio navigation system uses 3 units for programming and managing the navigation route, which are the DME unit, on top, the RNAV unit, on the middle, and the ADF unit at bottom. We will learn how to configure the Sk60 during a dedicated navigation training mission. For now we will simply power up each unit. First, power up the DME unit by turning its mode knob to N1. Next, power up the radio navigation unit by turning its power knob using the mouse wheel. Finally, power up the ADF unit by turning its volume knob out of its off position. Navigation lights, set as required. The switch has 4 positions. Center is off, left is bright, right is dim, and up is blink. Press spacebar to continue once set. Taxi and landing lights, set to its taxi position, aft. Cautions and warnings panel, master caution light, check there are no cautions or warning lights lit. Press spacebar to continue. You have completed the quick cold start checklist. Congratulations, you have successfully completed this training mission. If you are interested in experiencing a cold start which more closely follows the checklist of the real aircraft, we provide such a cold start on the next training mission. Press spacebar to exit the training.